Why the Dutch giant in Reacher Season 3 looks so familiar. Following the same impressive success of Reacher Seasons 1 and 2, the third season of the series broke onto screens with a perfect Rotten Tomatoes score. The highly anticipated Reacher Season 3 premiered on February 20, 2025, with its first 3 episodes. With a somewhat disappointing second season that saw Reacher veer away from one of his core characteristics, Season 3 had a lot to make up for. If the first 3 episodes of the season are anything to go by, it appears as if the new season is doing everything right, especially in adhering to a narrative that sticks more faithfully to Reacher's lone wolf, solitary persona. Season 3 has introduced new challenges, new villains, and thrilling action, with Reacher left on his own to tackle it all. While the season has established that the series' protagonist will face off against multiple foes, one of the most interesting and impressive antagonists of the latest season is the towering giant Polly. Taking on the role of the formidable Polly in Reacher Season 3 is former bodybuilder Olivier Richters. Acting as a bodyguard and henchman to Zachary Beck Anthony Hall, one of the antagonists of the season, Polly is first introduced to viewers at the front gates of Beck's mansion. From the get-go, viewers are led to understand that Polly will not, in any way or form, be a friend to Reacher. In fact, within only the first 3 episodes of the season, the duo had butted heads multiple times. Although starring on screens now, Polly's Olivier Richters first gained fame in the bodybuilding field. Regarded as one of the tallest in the history of the sport, Dutch-born Richter is now widely known as the Dutch Giant, even being certified as the world's tallest professional bodybuilder by Guinness World Records in 2021. However, the bodybuilder's journey has not been easy. At the start of his career, doctors discovered that Richters had a condition that caused his rib cage to develop with an inward curve, making his heart smaller than it should have been. Corrective surgery involved breaking his ribs. Coming out of his ordeal, Richters was severely underweight, but refused to let this deter him. Now one of the most renowned names in the sport, the bodybuilder reportedly eats between 6,000 and 7,000 calories to fuel his massive frame. Where have audiences seen Olivier Richters before? Richters' life trajectory has seen him go from humble beginnings in the Netherlands to the glittering lights of Hollywood. Now, in addition to his stellar reputation in bodybuilding, Richters also has a promising career. Having first entered the acting industry in the late 1990s, Richters held minor roles in TV series. Despite this, his acting career did not truly take off until 2018 when he took on a role in Ravers. Since starring in the horror comedy in 2018, Richters has gone on to take on more substantive roles, which may be why the actor seems so familiar to Reacher viewers. Richters has previously appeared in films such as Knuckledust 2020 as the character Rabone, Black Widow 2021 as Ursa Major, The King's Man 2021 as Huge Machinery Shackguard, and Indiana Jones and The Dial of Destiny 2023 as Hawk. To date, his role as Hawk is Richters' biggest in a film. The actor took on the role of a neo-Nazi enforcer of Mads Mikkelsen's Jurgenvaller in the film. In 2024, Richters appeared in the action of sci-fi film Borderlands as Crom, the leader of the bandits ruling Pandora. However, unfortunately for the Dutch Giant, the film was a box office bomb, scoring a meager 10% on Rotten Tomatoes. In addition to his roles in films, Richters has also appeared in an episode of Gangs of London, where he played the character Duncan. However, Reacher Season 3 is Richters' biggest TV series role to date. His performance as Polly will undoubtedly open many more lucrative doors in the entertainment field for the former bodybuilder. If you've been binge-watching Season 3 of Reacher, you're probably still processing the storm of muscle, mystery, and mayhem that came crashing through your screen. But among all the neck-snapping action and tense showdowns, one towering figure likely caught your eye, and maybe even triggered a case of déjà vu. We're talking about the Dutch Giant. You saw him, did a double take, and asked yourself, wait, why does he look so familiar? Well, you're not alone. Let's break down exactly who this imposing figure is, why his presence feels like a familiar flex, and how his role in Reacher Season 3 just might be the beginning of something even bigger. The man behind the muscle. First things first, the Dutch Giant isn't just a nickname for some fictional brute cooked up in a writer's room. He's very real, and his name is Olivier Richters. standing at a staggering 7 feet 2 inches. Yes, you read that right. Richters is a Dutch bodybuilder, actor, and fitness model who has carved out a unique niche in both Hollywood and the fitness world. With a body that looks like it was sculpted out of concrete and a face that could switch from warm to menacing in a blink, Richters has been turning heads across multiple industries for years. So if you recognized him in Reacher, there's a good chance it's because this isn't his first screen rodeo. Hollywood's favorite titan. Before flexing his intimidating frame on Reacher, Olivier Richters had already dipped his giant toes into some pretty big cinematic waters. Remember that towering soldier who stood out among the ranks in Black Widow 2021? That was him. He played Ursa Major, a Marvel Comics character who, in the comics, has the ability to transform into a massive bear. Though his screen time was brief, Richter's presence was unmistakable. Fans were quick to speculate whether Marvel had bigger plans for the character, and many were disappointed that the cameo didn't lead to more. Then there was The King's Man 2021, where Richters played a henchman so physically overwhelming he seemed ripped straight from a Bond villain's dream team. His performance proved that he wasn't just a body, he could act too. He brought a quiet intensity to the screen that made him more than just a wall of muscle. Add in his appearances in Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny 2023 and various fitness expos, and you've got a guy who's been quietly building a brand of unforgettable brawn. More than a muscle machine. It's easy to write off someone like Richters as just the muscle. Hollywood is full of henchmen after all. But Olivier brings more to the table. He's spoken openly about his journey, including living with a rare condition called pectus excavatum, which required surgery to correct and impacted his breathing as a child. That's right, the man who could probably bench press a car started off facing serious health challenges. His story isn't just inspiring, it's part of what makes him such a compelling screen presence. There's a layer of vulnerability behind the mountain of muscle. And that contrast, the gentle giant versus the fearsome foe, is precisely what makes him such a captivating figure in Season 3 of Reacher. A worthy opponent to Reacher. Let's talk about the face-off we didn't know we needed. Alan Ritchson's Jack Reacher versus Olivier Richter's Dutch Giant. It's like watching two freight trains on a collision course, each one powered by charisma and raw physicality. The Dutch Giant isn't just there to serve as an obstacle, he's a symbol. In a series that thrives on the tension between brains and brawn, justice and chaos, Reacher and his adversaries, Richter's character is a living, breathing wall that Reacher has to either break through or outsmart. And let's be honest, seeing two titans of this scale clash on screen is pure action gold. A face and frame you'll keep seeing. So why does the Dutch Giant look so familiar? Because you've probably seen him in multiple blockbusters, on fitness magazine covers, or even in viral videos where he makes regular-sized humans look like action figures. But beyond the roles he's played, it's the type of presence he brings that sticks in your mind. He's the kind of actor who doesn't need many lines to make an impact. His sheer size is a character in itself, and when paired with that steely stare and controlled movements, it's no wonder casting directors keep calling. The future is tall. With his breakout role in Reacher Season 3, Olivier Richters is no longer just a scene stealer, he's on track to become a household name. Whether it's in superhero films, spy thrillers, or action dramas, you can expect to see more of him a lot more in the coming years. And maybe that's the real reason he looks so familiar. He's not just someone you've seen before, he's someone you're going to keep seeing.